Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. In this video I just want to go over the cheapest Pyro unusuals, but with a twist. While doing the research for this video, I found that a lot of the Pyro unusuals with nuts and bolts were really cheap, as you'd expect. But all of these were like really cheap, and a lot cheaper than most of the other Pyro hats. Because in the other top 5 cheapest unusuals lists I've done for other classes, there have been quite a mix of effects. But for this one, I'm going to be doing a nuts and bolts edition. So all of the unusuals you will see in this video will have the nuts and bolts effect, and they're all really cheap. And also, if you guys really like this video, just like a nuts and bolts edition version, I'm probably going to make a cheapest unusuals with other effects on it. So maybe like the high tier effects and stuff. So kind of how or what the best or the cheapest hats are with the best effects on. So you can go and get yourself like a really cheap burning hat or something like that. Let me know if you'd like to see that in the comments. At number 5 we have the Nuts and Bolts Stately Steel Toe, and that's 9.5 keys. Now I quite like the steel toe. I don't know why, but for some reason I don't mind it as much as I know some people really hate it, but honestly I don't think it looks that bad. I'm not going to keep talking about how Nuts and Bolts is the universally known worst effect, because it's going to get repetitive if I say it every time. At number 4 we have the Respectless Robo Glove, obviously with nuts and bolts, and that's also 9.5 keys. And the Robo Glove looks okay. Like I said, I don't really like most of the Robo hats, but some of them are quite cool, some of them aren't. And the Robo Glove's kind of in the middle for me. I don't really mind it, but it's not my favourite hat in the world either. So yeah, it's all your preference really with these, as always. So yeah, I quite like it actually. I've changed my mind. At number 3 we have the Dead Cone. I actually quite like the Dead Cone. It's one of my favourite old hats. It's not a really old hat in the game, but it's one of the hats I had when I first started playing, and for that reason, whenever I see it, it's just all nostalgic and stuff like that, and I absolutely love the hat. Something I forgot to mention just then is that the Dead Cone is 9 keys. At number 2 we have the Prancer's Pride, and that's 8.5 keys. Now the Prancer's Pride is not a very good hat, just because it's some of these just put a stick on your head. It's not the most creative hat, it's not the best looking, and really 8.5 keys is a pretty decent price for it, considering it's not much of a hat at all. I don't really like it. I know some people like it just because you can sometimes barely see it with other hats, so you could just use it as a cheap effect, but I'm not too fond of it. And at number 1 we have the Electric Escorter, and that is 8 keys. Now the Electric Escorter isn't a horrible looking hat. It's just not a great looking hat in my opinion, that is. Once again, it's the Robo unusuals, so there's loads of them. There's always been an inflated amount of Robo unusuals and stuff like that. So that's kind of why they are so cheap, and some of them don't look great, and some of them do look really nice. But honestly, I'm not a massive fan of the Electric Escorter, but I don't hate it either. So anyway, that is the list. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this Nuts and Bolts edition version of this series, if that made any sense. And also let me know if you'd like me to do a top 5 cheapest burning unusuals or something like that, and do a bunch of the a bunch of the effects and the cheapest unusuals you can get for them. Thank you for watching this video as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.